Now wouldn't this score you some points with your wife or mom? Alright, well, welcome back to another episode, Big Red Fish Dad. Finally a project for the wife here. This would definitely be something that you could make, with your kids for Mother's Day or, birthdays or whatever. Anybody that likes plants will think this is pretty cool. Caitlyn and my wife got this off of Pinterest, I think. Saw a few designs out there and, ooh, look, that's cute. So with Caitlyn being able to draw and stuff, she did a lot of it freehand as well. But first thing you'll want to do is paint your pots. If you don't, you can probably buy the colored ones from Home Depot as well if you wanted to. You want to paint them, paint the bottoms because some of that will be exposed as well. Also, you'll want to paint the insides about a quarter to maybe a halfway down because they're going to be tilted, so the potting soil won't be going up all the way to the top, so that'll cover that up as well. After you do that, then it's just a matter of if you want designs on it. If you can draw, you can do it freehand. Right here, she's just doing that little cartoonish flying line. You'll see it in cartoons a lot. And then she just got on her phone and they picked some insects, kind of stuck with the cartoon style. I think this one's a dragonfly, butterfly, caterpillar. I don't remember what they are. Anyway, and she just drew these on there and then started painting them colors. And then they'll be ready for the plants after all of that. If you can't draw or you don't want to, you could also just use stencils or something. Maybe just put letters on there, names of your kids or, lots of things. Just whatever you think you would want. Go with it.
Okay, I started on the little bee that I'm putting on the yellow one. Each different pot will have a different color, but I just started on this bee, and most of it I just used the blue paint here and the blue paint here, and then the big black sections. But I'm using a black Sharpie to do the smaller lines. Now I just have to get a little bit of pink and put it right here and here for the blush, and then go back over with the yellow to get rid of these marks that I had made previously. So now that we're all finished, I'm going to put some wax on it because this is going outside. So in other videos I use the wax too on other things, but this is just chalk paint wax and it'll keep it and give it a nice seal and whatever. So Mom just wanted something so the paint wouldn't chip off and the rain wouldn't mess with it. But all I'm going to do is just take this with any old paintbrush and just put it on and it'll dry clear. Cool. And then I'm just going to do that to all the pots.
Alright, so Caitlyn got all these painted, and we needed a way for a base. I guess on the original plan, you have to put your stake in the ground, but they want to put this on the front porch, and you can't pound your rebar in, so I'm going to use this pot as just the base, probably fill it with rocks or sand or something a little bit more dense and heavier than just potting soil or something, so that way it'll hold it up. And then I'm going to use a piece of conduit that we had hanging up. It's this 1/2-inch conduit instead of the rebar, and it slides over this bolt I had in my scraps just fine, nice and tight. And then by the time you fill this pot with sand or whatever, that'll give it lateral stability and stuff. So problem with that is that this sticks up a little bit, so the pot rocks. Just went out to the scraps, found a couple small pieces and cut them so they don't stick out on the edges. And once I get this on here, there's a little bit of a lip right here, so I'm going to put the washer on just to the side, and then this on. I'm going to let that dry, then I'll put these on so that they don't stick out and I can line them up on the flat sides of the bolt. Probably could use hot glue on this, but I don't know if she's going to pick it up and move it, so we're going to use the Gorilla Glue. And actually I probably can go ahead and put these on, and then I'll just put something heavy on all of it at one time. Just use a pot of water. That should be good. And we'll let that dry, and then we'll put the rest of it together. Alright, that's all done. And as you can see how the Gorilla Glue, maybe in there you can see, it kind of puffs up. But that's pretty strong and doesn't wobble. So that should be good. So what we decided is we're just gonna use a bunch of this pea gravel stuff we have left over from the fire pit. Got plenty of it down there, and we'll use that instead of big rocks. This pot will be heavy enough that should hold all of this up. I don't know how heavy the four pots.
6.
You have 6 pots? Well, we'll see. We'll see how it goes. If it doesn't work, well, we'll tell you how many to use. Dip it in the water just to get it wet. Hold that back level. Yeah, that's probably plenty. I think there's a bunch. Alright, and then we'll just slide that over there. Oh yeah, it's dripping, so I got plenty. Like I said, that thing just fits right over that bolt. It's a pretty tight fit, which makes it good. Maybe it was the other end. This might be the bent end. Okay, there we go. Now just scoop that in there, Mac. Unless it's around. Don't have to do it so much. If I do this outside, there's a lot of dust. Okay, now we'll let that sit for a couple hours and dry, and then we should be able to pick up by this to carry it around if we need to. And then all you do is slide your pots on. My wife went ahead and put them all together at the same time so she could place her plants like she wanted. Then she went back in and did the potting soil and put them in. That way she could kind of get a visual of it as well. And anyway, it's all you do. Like I said, this was to stick in the ground, but we made a base pot so she could put it on the porch right here. And that's pretty much it. You saw the pictures at the beginning of some other ideas that we saw, and most of those were stuck in the ground. Might give it a little bit more stability, but this is the way we did it, and my wife really likes it, and that's her thing, was the plants. So anyway, as always, we thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, keep watching, and help us out. Share it with your friends, and we will catch you in the next video.